Alright, so I just got done watching Lee Cronin's The Mummy, and I've got to say, I have a lot of thoughts here. Um, my first thought was, man, I really picked the right group to go to see this movie with, as I picked two of the friends I have that are probably the queasiest and get the most grossed out the easiest. And yeah, that was a good idea on my part. I'm so upset I didn't sit close enough to them to see their live reactions to shit because it would have been hilarious. But yeah, this movie, much to the expectations that I had of it, was absolutely disgusting. In a good way, though. This movie had me like nearing actual vomit, I guess is the best way to put it. Like, there were many moments where I covered my eyes and went, "Ooh," because that's pretty much what this movie is trying to do. The story is a story. I think it's a little too convoluted because it's not played out in the way it should have been. This movie's story is very much treated like a mystery movie, but it doesn't actually get treated like a mystery movie. It makes for a very interesting mystery plot, and I did really enjoy the mystery. I just don't like how it was like solved. I think it was very haphazard and rushed just to get to the thrills and the horror aspect of it all. I feel like if it was a bit of a slower burn and a little more, if it showed a little bit more of the horror of it all, but it all just, all the horror pretty much happens really quickly and instantaneous, which really dials the story back a bit and makes it a little less engaging and entertaining from my point of view. I just really think this could have played a little bit better with some more like subtle spooks to get going instead of just going all in like every single time. And then I'm like, but now like that's already been done. Once this movie, we can't just keep doing it. Like it hit the point of diminishing returns. So by the end, I was just like, okay, like how much longer? This is going on a little too long. And I think it's really because they should have played a little bit more into the mystery element of the story, in my humble opinion. I think it would have been a lot better of a narrative. So story-wise, I'm going to give a Hot Pocket score, even though it is a pretty disgusting Hot Pocket just because of what it is, like content-wise. So it's really weird giving it a Hot Pocket score here. But cinematically speaking, it was very good. The sound design was phenomenal. The visual effects were also really good. One of those. I had to grab my shin there real quick because of it. Ooh, that was a rough one to watch, and that one got my whole group. One of them jumped a little bit too much, spilled some popcorn. It was pretty funny and very devastating for the popcorn. So yeah, cinematically speaking, though, this movie has everything you would want in a horror movie. So I have to give it a hand grenade score. Directing, I think Lee Cronin does a really good job of directing the film and setting up really cool shots and sequences. However, his pacing leaves a little bit too much to be desired, because I could tell right away when the movie was going to slow down to a halt. And yeah, I was always right. And I not once was wrong on that guess. So really the pacing, if it was a little more tighter paced, maybe with better like focus on the mystery narrative that they had set up, I think that this movie would have been really, really exceptional. And it just shoots itself in the foot by trying to rush through the mystery aspect of it. So I'm going to give a Hot Pocket score here. Performances, although, were also really good. They really elevated their material. I really enjoyed it. They all did phenomenal work. So I'm going to give a hand grenade score for the acting. I can't single out any performances, but they were, all the kids, in my opinion, I thought were really good. Better than the adults. But yeah, expectations and experience. This movie, I did my best to avoid trailers, and I did a really good job. So I really had no idea what I was getting into, and I was surprised for it. And I really, really loved it at the beginning, but then, like I said, it hit a point of diminishing returns for me personally, and as it just kept going on and on, I'm like, can we wrap it up? Like, I would have liked the other ending, like, I would have liked the ending like 10 minutes ago, And so that's the real issue with it all. But still, entertaining, engaging enough that I think a lot of you would like to see it at least once, but it is definitely a movie that my stomach cannot handle for very many repeat viewings so close together. So, certified Hot Pocket movie, and that's pretty much all I have to say. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment down below your thoughts and opinions on The Mummy. If you've seen it or now you're planning on seeing it, subscribe if you haven't already, and other than that, I'll leave you guys to it. Till next time, bye.